Ever wondered what makes Australia so unique? It's not just the kangaroos or the koalas, it's something much, much bigger. In fact, it ever wondered what makes Australia so unique? It's not just the kangaroos or the koalas. It's something much, much bigger. In fact, it's a geographic marvel. Australia holds the incredible distinction of being the only country in the world that is also an entire continent. That's right, one landmass, one nation. Let's break that down. A continent is as huge as a geographic marvel. Australia holds the incredible distinction of being the only country in the world that is also an entire continent. That's right, one landmass, one nation. Let's break that down. A continent is a huge, continuous expanse of land. We have Africa, Asia, Europe, North and South America, and Antarctica. And then there's Australia. But unlike the others, which are home to multiple countries, the continent of Australia is occupied by just one single continuous expanse of land. We have Africa, Asia, Europe, North and South America, and Antarctica. And then there's Australia. But unlike the others, which are home to multiple countries, the continent of Australia is occupied by just one single nation, the Commonwealth of Australia. This is a title no other country on Earth can claim. So how did this happen? It all goes back to geology and history. Millions of years ago, Australia was part of the supercontinent Gondwana. Over eons, it drifted apart, becoming the isolated island continent we know today nation, the Commonwealth of Australia. This is a title no other country on Earth can claim. So how did this happen? It all goes back to geology and history. Millions of years ago, Australia was part of the supercontinent Gondwana. Over eons, it drifted apart, becoming the isolated island continent we know today. This isolation is key. It allowed for the evolution of its famously unique flora and fauna, like marsupials, that you won't find anywhere else. When European settlers arrived, they eventually federated the separate colonies into a single nation in 1901. Instead of carving up the continent into, this isolation is key. It allowed for the evolution of its famously unique flora and fauna, like marsupials, that you won't find anywhere else. When European settlers arrived, they eventually federated the separate colonies into a single nation in 1901. Instead of carving up the continent into smaller countries, like what happened in Europe or Africa, the vast and often harsh interior of Australia, along with a shared British colonial history, encouraged the formation of a unified country. This concept can sometimes get a little confusing with terms like Oceania. Oceania is a broader geographic region that includes Australia, New Zealand, smaller countries like what happened in Europe or Africa, the vast and often harsh interior of Australia, along with a shared British colonial history, encouraged the formation of a unified country. This concept can sometimes get a little confusing with terms like Oceania. Oceania is a broader geographic region that includes Australia, New Zealand, Papua New Guinea, and thousands of other islands in the Pacific. So while Australia is the main landmass in Oceania, the continent itself is just the country of Australia. Think about the scale of it. Australia is the world's sixth largest country by total area. It stretches almost 4,000 Papua New Guinea and thousands of other islands in the Pacific. So while Australia is the main landmass in Oceania, the continent itself is just the country of Australia. Think about the scale of it. Australia is the world's sixth largest country by total area. It stretches almost 4,000 kilometers from east to west and about 3,700 kilometers from north to south. It's a land of incredible contrasts, from lush tropical rainforests in the north to the vast, arid outback in the center, and bustling modern cities along its coasts. Being an island continent has shaped everything about Australia. It kilometers from east to west and about 3,700 kilometers from north to south. It's a land of incredible contrasts, from lush tropical rainforests in the north to the vast, arid outback in the center, and bustling modern cities along its coasts. Being an island continent has shaped everything about Australia. It has a massive coastline, over 34,000 kilometers long, dotted with thousands of beaches. This has fostered a deep-rooted beach culture and a love for the ocean. It has also acted as a natural barrier, protecting its unique ecosystems but also presenting challenges for trade and travel throughout its history. It has a massive coastline, over 34,000 kilometers long, dotted with thousands of beaches. This has fostered a deep-rooted beach culture and a love for the ocean. It has also acted as a natural barrier, protecting its unique ecosystems, but also presenting challenges for trade and travel throughout its history. The country's governance is also fascinating. It's a federal parliamentary constitutional monarchy. The vastness of the continent is managed through a system of 6 states and 2 major mainland territories, each with its own government, but all united under the federal government. This structure helps manage the diverse needs of a population spread across such country's governance is also fascinating. It's a federal parliamentary constitutional monarchy. The vastness of the continent is managed through a system of 6 states and 2 major mainland territories, each with its own government, but all united under the federal government. This structure helps manage the diverse needs of a population spread across such an enormous area. From its ancient indigenous history, stretching back over 65,000 years, to its modern multicultural society, Australia's identity is deeply intertwined with its geography. The sheer size and isolation of the continent have forged a spirit of resilience, innovation, and a laid-back attitude that an enormous area. From its ancient indigenous history, stretching back over 65,000 years, to its modern multicultural society, Australia's identity is deeply intertwined with its geography. The sheer size and isolation of the continent have forged a spirit of resilience, innovation, and a laid-back attitude that's recognized worldwide. Next time you look at a world map, take a moment to appreciate Australia. It's not just another country. It's an entire continent unto itself, a world of its own, full of wonders waiting to be explored. It's a place where a nation's borders is recognized worldwide. Next time you look at a world map, take a moment to appreciate Australia. It's not just another country. It's an entire continent unto itself, a world of its own, full of wonders waiting to be explored. It's a place where a nation's borders are the same as a continent's coastline. How cool is that? So there you have it. The simple fact that Australia is the only country continent makes it one of the most special places on our planet. It's a testament to the incredible forces of nature and the unique path of human history, are the same as a continent's coastline. How cool is that? So there you have it. The simple fact that Australia is the only country continent makes it one of the most special places on our planet. It's a testament to the incredible forces of nature and the unique path of human history. Thanks so much for watching and learning with me today. If you found this fascinating, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you won't miss our next adventure into the amazing facts that shape our world. See you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching and learning with me today. If you found this fascinating, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you won't miss our next adventure into the amazing facts that shape our world. See you in the next video.